This might be a longer video because it has the meanings of the cards and the best that I can do in video format. So I have these 4 cards that stand alone because they are more symbolic. So with the dragon scale, this dragon scale is the dragon scale of the pearlescent white mother dragon. She comes through as the mother of everything, the ultimate mother. And maybe she's white because white spectrum light is supposed to be holding all colors. And so all colors come through her scales. There's multiple ways in which you can work with this card. And the idea is to look through one of her scales, to look as though through a window and going into another dimension or the dimension that is important for you at that time. Another meaning for this card is that you hold yourself inside the dragon scale, inside a dragon egg, to be protected, to have the right filter, and to close all of these scales around you so that you are not too psychic or too empathic. But this is a portal card, and you can get to many places. If you hear weird sounds, I have my little black kitten sitting right behind me. This is the Dragon Mother Eye, and she keeps coming through in many, many ways. The first time I really met the Dragon Eye, I was in Japan and I was leading several workshops with about 20 or 30 women and then 150, 250 people at big group events. And we were connecting and meditating with the Mother Earth Dragon. And that is the first time that I saw a dragon eye open and the Mother Dragon Eye open and talk to us and say, I'm awake. What do you want? What are we doing? Where are we going? And so this is another portal, but this is a portal with consciousness, with the consciousness of the dragon energy interacting with you, wanting to be with you and to maybe even lead you, receive you and lead you. There's lots of symbolism with these specific cards. This is the Mighty Wingspan, and this is about stretching yourself out of your comfort zone, being aware of how big a dragon wingspan can be. How big are the condors? How big are the eagles? And how big are the big bats that live in the Amazonian forest and in Australia and in other places? There's a lot of animals on the planet now, or multiple planets, that have this massive wingspan. And the concept of the mighty wingspan is how far can you stretch? And maybe are you being invited to stretch more because you are more than what you think or feel that you are. This one this is the dragon egg. And so this one overlaps with the dragon scale because you have the dragon scales around the egg. This is about incubating, thinking, feeling, putting things on hold, but not really on hold because they are inside the dragon egg. So you might be invited to put some thoughts or projects or things in the dragon egg and have it be there for a while. Have this magic brewing. You might want to be inside the dragon egg. You might want to feel protected. You might want to feel that you're hibernating or that you're brewing something. These are big archetypal symbols that then will have different meanings as you work with them every single time. Now I'm moving to the rest of the deck, and so I might be surprised as to what comes out. All right, so the fairy dragon is here to tell you that another deck is coming, and it's more about the Valkyries, Galactic Medusa. This warrior woman energy is coming. However, she is coming through very much as she is human, humanoid, she is fairy, and she is really also dragon. She's also linking to, well, I'm also dinosaur, and our dinosaurs dragons. So she is here to, in a way, almost pose more questions about who are you, who are we, what is our identity, who are we working with, How multidimensional are we? How multidimensional are we willing to be? And she has a look of defiance, a look of question, a look of how far are you going to go with this? Where are you going to go with this? This one is called Valkyrie Waters, and she wants to look like a ship. And I believe that a lot of the, what do you call them, Vikings had dragons at the front of their ships. And so she has some sort of hints inside of her in the drawing markings and the way she wanted to be drawn that she is a ship. She is a wooden ship. She works with waters. And she also is also very pink, so quite feminine in her energies and quite intentional in hiding in plain sight or saying there is more to history that you might want to know. There is more to dragons. There is more to you. There is more to being real. There is more to warrior women in a good way, even in a bad way, of how has history been hidden and how are you part of this Valkyrie Waters frequency. This one literally just has lots of mystery to it. Here we have the Dragon Queen. Her original drawing and sketch is a lot darker in color, but she was so mysterious that the color just didn't come through. So now instead she almost came brighter or paler in color. She's Dragon Queen energy. There's a lot of different Dragon Queens. There's a lot of fairy queens. And the essence of being a queen, being in charge, being strong, holding on to your truths, holding on to your powers, looking at this light language codes that are emitting. Maybe every single time we come across this code, there will be a new balance, a new bringing into earth, some incredible queen energy. So this one might be helpful if you're asking for a raise. This one might be helpful if you're asking your partner to step up to the plate a little bit more. This is invoking and helping you be a queen, and also knowing that you might have queen lineage in your multiple parallel lives. This one has so much to say. She's called the Wonder Maker. She has more intense or stronger colors than the other ones, and she is looking up and out of the galaxy, out of this galaxy, and I think she's in a different galaxy from ours. I don't know if she's looking into us and wondering about the magic that we are creating. She is very much from other worlds and other places. This is a intimate, sweet card reading or art reading that I did for a client in Japan, and this person has a lot of beautiful, sweet, innocent energy. So the Wonder Maker is working two ways. Us on planet Earth, if we look out to her and we are mirror reflected and we're wondering at what creatures, what energy, what abilities, what is out in the world for us, in the worlds in the multiverse. Similarly, like her, we have creatures that are looking at us in wonder and amazement as to what we're doing and how capable we are despite all of the hardships that we have against us. So we are the wonder makers, and she too is the wonder maker, and we are admiring each other. So keep making the magic is what this card is about. She might seem similar to the other one, but really it's different. This is more of reaching out. She has a very long neck. She's very tall and she's reaching up. She was a card reading for a famous and very strong dragon healer. And she is remarkable and she's extremely original. And she too is actually quite very, very tall. So she comes along with this archetypal energy of what happens when you look up to someone, what happens when you look up to a concept. Is it out of your reach? Are you putting the concept and the person on a pedestal? So here we are really seeking truths. This is a seeker of truths, and you have different levels of truths to look for. She is within our galaxy, but then she's also looking beyond our galaxy. So seek for your inner truth. She has light language along her neck here, and she is very, very strong with her inner truth. She also holds codes of the divine feminine in all humans, and the powers of the womb, and the powers of sexuality, sacred sexuality, healing of a sexual abuse, and seeking what is the truth. If you or anyone you know has victimhood, has been victimized, is a victim in different ways, what is your truth? What is your reality that you can reach? She has lots of love and deep compassion. She's very strong. This one, he is so sweet. He came through as male, female. And maybe this is our trans dragon. And a lot of the dragons really are trans dragons. He is just so happy to literally be masculine and feminine. He also is one of the dragons that I've done, and there are several of them, that want to give us clues that they are also dinosaurs. They were dinosaurs. They were real, they were physical, they were on Earth. He's putting that clue here and there. He is extremely kind and wise, and he really loves this idea of being a male and female. And since he is so happy and so soft and sweet, but really strong in his male, female, in his masculinity and femininity, he wants to bring this to you. So one symbolism about this is balance, especially balance in male and female. Whether you are in a male or female body, this is just really about that. And on Earth at this time, and this has been recorded in, what month are we in? February 2025, there is so much discussion about masculinity and femininity in one body. He really has a lot of codes. He's showing a pink nebula energy. This could be a lot of Venus energy that has to do with beauty, harmony, of course the divine feminine, but that is to be in all of us beings. So he, I think, has more to bring to us, but that's all we know right now at this moment. All right, the Hydra. The Hydra, we know in history, maybe you know the Hydra from the story of Hercules. Hercules was killing a monster called the Hydra, but the Hydra really means a water dragon or water dragon with multiple heads. So when I tuned in and I was shown the dragon, the Hydra, first of all, you have this massive mountain. And in the drawing you can't see, but that's supposed to be a Catholic church or a church at the top of a huge power spot. And it's almost like saying for the Catholic church or any other religious place or any other thing that wants to take power or block power or abuse of power, you can see how small the power is of the church compared to the powers of the Hydra. So Hydra in different languages or Greek really meant the water monster or the water being or the mother of waters. So here you see a multi-headed Hydra, so they are connected. When I go energetically under churches, I do see Hydra. And when I see them in multiple heads with multiple bodies or multiple legs, I think they are showing me multiple water ley lines. So this is more and more water. And then the ley lines are connected to what they're called? Aquifers. Under the soil seas, there are seas under the layers of the crust, and there's lakes and there's aquifers. So the Hydra has everything to do with debunking what we understand about monsters and about Hercules. Hercules was a myth. He was a warrior who was out to exterminate the divine feminine temples, which is recorded in the Bible and in other historical documents, the extermination of the priestess temples and the female temples as a power play. And we have power plays of male and against female, female against male, But these are really showing you how watery and fluid they are, how big their power is, and how massive and clean and pure the water is between the mountains and under our crust. So there's a lot to do, a lot going on with that card. This is the Phoenix Dragon. And I don't know how much to say about the Phoenix Dragon. We all know about the Phoenix. And the Phoenix and the Dragon are extremely connected as far as archetypes, symbols, and beings. I believe that in Eastern mythology, China, Japan, maybe Korea, have a lot of mythology that has to do with both the Phoenix and the Dragon being together. So we can say that this has to do with life and death, cycles, burning, burnout, and rebirth. So this is a very much dual, because you have a phoenix and the dragon, the death and the life. But look at the life in here. This is in a creation movement of it. So if you're dealing with this archetypology at this moment in time, you are in the positive phase. And look at the confidence of this dragon bird, really. This one has a lot to do with breaking free from sexual energy, sexual bonds, sexual energy that is distorted. I mean, we want positive, happy sexual energy, but it also has to do with the simple meaning of breaking through. You can't see so well that she is breathing out fire. The original image, I think, had that much more fire in it. It just didn't fit in. And her wings, I'm not sure if this is a hole or if she's becoming part of her reality around her. It's a portal. It's maybe a secret message for all of us to tune in at different times. She has this very protective color that again is very much associated with the star Antares. Antares, the star that protects with many things, but has come through for the Vatican to help reestablish and bring to right sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is something that has happened in many dimensions and in many planetary star systems. And it's something that we as healers are really, 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 really alchemizing. So this is a massively alchemical card, very soft, and it is about breaking through. This one has a lot of messages, and I remember that she wanted to be called weird. She looks a little bit like a plant. She looks like a butterfly. She also looks like Medusa because she sort of has snakes on her. So she wants to represent many things. I believe that weird was also connected with the weird sisters. And I think that it used to be an old English word to talk about healers, women healers, and then eventually it was used to talk about witches, and it had a positive connotation, and then it became a negative connotation. So she is all about reclaiming the weird, reclaiming the downtrodden, and being mysterious. Talking about is the negative then also a positive, because she could potentially have devil horns, right? But are devil horns really devil horns, or was the devil's image from the Catholic Church taken from Pan, the god of nature, and so really is something bad then really actually something good? So this card might make you think similar to the devil card or the death card, or whatever the cards are called in the tarot and in other oracle card places. Debunking what is a silver lining, what is the reality, what is your reality, and also just be really weird. We are on a weird planet, we're doing weird things, and we are weird beings. So embrace that, because you might know a little bit more about your secret soul identity. So this is one of my favorite dragon cards because she is just so crazy. This card actually goes with the weird card because she's micromycelium. So when I see her, she's about that small. She's or even smaller. It depends. She makes me think of Alice in Wonderland, the concept of shrinking and going on a mushroom. She's a mushroom, but mushrooms themselves can be micro. This is not necessarily about plant medicine, because me and my guides, we work with having everything within us and working with what do you call it? Crystals. So this for me is more about understanding the tiny creatures inside of our body, like bacteria, the tiny creatures that are out there on plants or planets. This is a dragon, but she doesn't really look like a dragon, and she is very simplified. She really wants to be an ambassador to the micromycelium, and mycelium is a nervous network that connects all sorts of trees and plants together. So this is a huge world within worlds within worlds to think of within yourself, within who you are, within your dreams, and within how you're living. This is a bottomless pit of information. If you are a gardener, this also has to do with the concept of compost. But I think there's more to say, and I'm not sure if my video is going to run out and I have to do more video, 2 videos to get to this one. I'm not sure how it works. This is a spiritual leader. She is big, she is old, she doesn't really look old, but she wanted to look old. She wanted to say, put more rings on my neck, which you humans hate, put more authority on me here, make me look wiser, make me look heavier, wider, stronger, none of your fairy little dragons. She wants to be very much of a spiritual leader, very old and ancient and elder wise, related to the white mother dragon. There is a whole collective of the white mother dragons that are the mother dragons that are in charge, that have everything within them. She is more grounded and more practical. How do you get things done on earth? How do you get your car fixed? How do you pay your rent? How do you do everything all at once when you don't have the money all at once? How do you keep your shit together, really? And so she has the answers for that. She is extremely practical for a lot of earthly things, bringing in dragon spirituality. She's got your back. There's a lot to say with this one. She is prettier in person. She is indeed a unicorn. She looks like the Japanime manga imagery from the last unicorn that was done 20-30 years ago. And in fact, she is connected to the swan maiden energy. There is energy of martyrdom in here, or sacrifice, or the soft, sweet Mother Mary energy of the martyrs, of the white priestesses, and the Swan Maiden story, that there is a beautiful priestess, and that she's changed and turned into a swan. I forgot if it's by day, and then by night she gets to be human. So this dual life. This is an extremely archetypal story and myth that goes almost all over the world. There is a similar version in water worlds, where instead of it being necessarily a swan, but it's a seal, and you have a maiden that turns into a seal. So I think this is talking about shamanism, female shamanism, what's the word? Shapeshifter energy. She really is tapping into an aspect of the divine feminine that has been sabotaged, taken away, or hidden, so she can take us to places. And it's a very, very soft and pure, sweet energy that we are connecting to. And a lot of us priestesses really know her. We connect with her. So there's more energy from her also, because she's this unicorn dragon. He came from an old, long time ago. He's talking about masculine focus. He's got his third eye. He's got his heart. He's an older masculine energy. He looks a little bit like an Eastern dragon, the idea with the long, long whiskers, and he's showing you all of this fur around him and this golden armor that he has in his throat chakra. And he is wonderful, positive grandfather energy. And the energy of, I am an elder, I have achieved so much, I have so much to offer you. And a lot of it has to do with focus, and has to do with masculine focus. So what do we archetypally mean when we mean masculine focus? In this patriarchal system of the last 4,000-6,000 years, or more. Masculine focus has meant to build a house, build a business, count your numbers, be very worldly, 4D, and really singularly focused. Because from my understanding, a lot of men can be very good and be simply thinking about sandwiches, while us women might be multitasking. And it's not about men or women, it might be about masculinity and femininity, but we might be spazzing out, multitasking, and there might be moments when we can benefit from this type of protection, from this kind of laser focus. Needless to say, you look at this card and you get an activation for your third eye and for your heart and your throat to be in alignment. This is the Golden Matriarch. She's very big. She's very solid. She's gold. I tried to have some gold graphic on the inside of this image. Even though I drew it, I overlaid gold digitally and it came out okay if you have the physical cards. She's no nonsense. She is matriarch. So she's in charge of a village, a city, a planet. She is very solid, very real. She's from many dimensions. She might be connected to Orion or through the Orion Nebula of getting things done. Orion might have had some issues with the feminine, maybe going bad, and so some Orion energy is coming to Earth and the masculine is trying to, for the last 4,000 years, to maybe distort things for us. So this is a restoring energy. It's extremely stabilizing. Look at the heart and just feel that there is a matriarchal frequency that is taking care of all of us if we so wish. Then we can look into the symbolism of what does gold mean to you, which is usually spiritual. It is also very archaeologically powerful. It is related to the Vatican. It's related to taking energy and taking power in a good way or in a bad way. It is the superconductor on Earth. And it is a frequency used a lot in energetic cleaning, clearing, and protection. So see what gold symbolism means for you. This one is kind of straightforward because she is showing you a womb or a cave. And then the cave is open, it's galactic also. So you have the cosmic womb egg. Now we, male, female humans, have an energetic womb. And this energetic womb can be cleaned and cleared and aligned and opened and made sacred. And then you have the potential inside us, which are eggs in our human self, whether you're male or female. Physically, we are everything. And so this is for all of us. So cosmic womb egg. I feel like this could mean so many things that I'm just going to leave it there. She is focused. She is protective. She does have this bird phoenix quality. So the birth and the birth and death recycle, which I somehow remember that the egg also symbolizes that. So lots of symbolism in here. The main feeling that I have each time I look at this card is, what if I'm inside this womb? What am I feeling? How am I getting out if I need to get out? What do I need to stay in and be protected? There's just a lot going on here. This is the White Water Priestesses. There's a lot going on. She is a dragon. She's also a seahorse. She's in water, but she's also in the air, so water and air. She works with sacred geometrical creations. She's extremely soft, and she symbolizes so much of the white water priestesses. And there's just almost nothing to say here because I think a lot of us know her. A lot of us feel her, and we feel her in our own way. So I'm hoping that she offers you different messages than what I'm capable of. This one's a difficult one for me to read because it has so much open space that I wanted to fill it up, and I think the point was to have open space. So this is more of a masculine energy, and it's almost like saying, what would we all humans be capable of if we had masculine energy in our life that was literally holding space for us and watching over us and watching what are you doing and how can you do it. There's supposed to be a water feeling here, so you have the mix of water and the protectiveness of his wings, and so there's this expectation of what are you doing, what are you creating, with him standing by. He's not involved. He's not even focused too much on us or you or what we're doing. It's just a presence. It's literally maybe an embodiment of what so many of us say, I am holding space for you. And so you have this from this very big archetypal masculine energy. This is another mystery because this has to be a seahorse dragon. And what she wants to show us is that there's life between life and life within worlds, and there's nonsensical energy because she's very, very water dragon. And then, of course, she has a butterfly here, and for some reason, the butterfly just didn't make it into the oracle card format. She is extremely happy. She's happy with all the potentials, and look at all these different colors on her. So the seahorse dragon is again connected to this. This deck is called the Cosmic Waters, the Dragons of the Cosmic Waters. And so she is in multiple worlds at once. She's having a light time, and she has just a lot of light joy energy to give you. This is almost like a wild card or a jolly card because every time I look at her, I don't know what she brings because she seems different from my mind programming. And so I just get pure joy and friendship and connection from her, and I get unexpectedness and synchronicities. This one, I wish and I hope you can see her. I love her so dearly. It's hard to do. This is the only one that I actually got that I did not draw myself. And when I write the book going with this, I've already started writing this chapter. I honor the artist who made it. I don't remember the name, but there's a link in my book. The artist that did this, she did this from AI art. I have a love-hate relationship with AI art, but moving on to the white dragon, this image for me, and I hope when you hold them in your hand, you can see the colors better. She is pearlescent, iridescent, very big, very important. Look at all of these around her. It's like a crown made from her, and she's sort of, I can see her, but I can't see her because she's so spiritual and she's so big. I feel so much power and so much love from her, and I know that many of us know her. This is the pearlescent, iridescent white dragon mother, and she's connected to the mother, or she is the mother herself. So she is a center force of giving us energy, giving us mothering, mothering, if I'm saying that the right way. She is mothering us. This one was a goofy one for me because there was just so much to look at this. But the word that needed to come here was conception, she, he, because this is a she, he. This is another trans dragon because I don't know where they want to be. They want to be everything in both, and androgynous and beyond androgynous, male and female. What I really like seeing is the wings. The wings are up and they're poised and they're holding space. She, he looks very focused. And then there's the golden egg. There has got to be a lot of mythology about what does the golden egg mean. We have it in fairy tales. We have the stealing of golden eggs in, I think, the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. So there's something in our Western minds with golden eggs. But I think that there are other cultures and civilizations, even the Eastern world, that has stories and myths about golden eggs. For this card, what I am seeing is protection, what's the word? Trust the process. A lot of us that went to art school might have heard trust the process. That goes for the New Age world too. There is this hyper focus of protect what it is that you're seeing and creating and doing. Protect your conception, having it in your mind, having it, seeing it, and aligning your concepts with your heart and manifesting them. So another word for this card is manifestation, but this is really showing you more the dynamics of how it is that you can be making it. If you take this card and if you pull this card, then you are getting assistance with the mechanics of manifesting your conceptions. Also, he is really cool. Again, connected to the dinosaur energy. So he might have way more messages to give you that might be off topic. Although nothing is ever off topic, is it? Here we have the youngling. The dragons wanted to make sure that I represented as many ages of dragons as I could. Look at her water tail and look at her wings. And then she also has a little bit of phoenix energy around her, bird energy, opal in the water. So she is here with full potential because as a teenager dragon, a pubescent dragon, she has just so much to offer. And it's the idea of, do you have a youngling dragon? Are you a youngling dragon? Are you here poised with full potentials? Are you taking care of your youngling dragon? What is it that you want to do? When we talk about puberty, pubescent people, and maybe dragons, they're poised with all these possibilities of who are they in the world now? What do they get to be? How do they get to be that? And there is this softness. Again, we have a lot of male-female energy here. We have the blue, we have the pink, and also the peace. When I look at this one, I just feel so much peace, which is counter to the anxiety that so much youth, so many teenagers feel at this time. So this might be giving us a lot of peace in our youngling and in our world younglings, that we get to be all that we want to be, no matter how old we are in numbers. That teenager in us still gets to be what she wants to be. This is just so extremely loving, and there's just so much more depth to all of these cards. They have so much more that they want to tell us. Well, there's been a lot of mother energy. There's going to be a lot of father energy in this deck. It's very male, female balanced as much as they can. She is the ultimate mother, even though we have also still had the white mother dragon. She is mother more in a practical way. She has a bit of a spike here from her wing. She's creating a lot. She's from the multiverses, and she's saying, what do you want? What do you need? How are we going to do it? How are we going to manifest it? What's going on? But she's also cradling you. She is holding you. She's also showing you the queen potential. These are pearls. I would look into a pearl symbolism. Pearl is also very much still water energy. This is very, 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 very plasmatic. There is plasma frequency here. You have light, you have fire, sort of lightning and water. So I think she's going to give you more messages than I can give you. Now, she has a baby. When I was drawing and channeling these cards, I had no idea what I was doing. I just was doing it. And it was my own mother, I love her, who said, look, you have a mother baby and they match. So this baby is the baby of the mother dragon we just saw. And so the dragon wanted everything. They wanted the egg, they wanted the scales, they wanted the wingspan, the mother. And you have, look at what a cute baby. This baby dragon is very obedient and very kind and very sweet and just wants to be a good baby. So if there is an inner child hurt or inner baby inside of you, this dragon is a master baby dragon. She is very balanced. She's got her mommy and her daddy and the universe. And so she is extremely balanced. She is well taken care of. So she can help your baby dragon energy. She can help your inner babies. It's amazing how many of us have hurt and distorted inner child to the point that it's not even an inner child, it's an inner baby, an inner toddler. And I don't remember the name of the book, but 30 years ago, I think someone wrote a book about healing the inner child, and I think you were supposed to write a letter to a letter to my 2-year-old, a letter to my 3-year-old, and just there was so much to say. So this might be a shortcut way of getting that healing. There's a little bit of, I don't think she's a troublemaker, but she's got ideas and things of what she wants to do in this world, and she is, she's stable, she's fine, and she's bringing that to you. Now, if you have any kind of babies in your life, cats, dogs, human babies, husband babies, friend babies, this will help you with those relationships. Coming towards the end, who knows how long this reading was going to be. All right, so this is the pink crystal planet. It could be Venus, but it might be other crystal planets that are related to Venus. So this, I was going to call her a unicorn. That might be a slip. This dragon is a crystal herself, but she also is the crystal planet. She can fly away from the crystal planet. She is the crystal planet. And she has something going on in her third eye that's very different and unique. She has a ton of energy, and I don't even want to label it because I have to say Venus as one idea in one place, but there is opal energy, kunzite energy, rose quartz energy. There's a lot of different pink crystals, but I believe that since she comes from the multiverse, I think she's bringing to us more than rose quartz energy and the white rainbow energy. I think she's bringing to us pink rose crystal energy from the multiverse. I believe there is a mystery in this, but she is bringing crystals to us in a whole new way. And this then would be a recharging card, a card that helps us recharge. She is a rainbow dragon, and she's just very simple. She's simple, she's happy, she wants to bring you the full spectrum, all the colors in the rainbow, all the colors from the rainbow dragon dimension. The rainbow dragon dimension is from somewhere else beyond our universe. And this is connected to, I have these plasma pillars that I work with, that I have, that you can get. And it comes from that portal. I call it the Aldebaran portal, and there's the rainbow dragons. And this too is more of a I am bringing energy to you and you shall receive it card. This is the father energy, so proud and so beautiful, a protector energy. You are the baby. There is a baby around you. You are growing in this world. There's this geometry coming through. He's also showing us there was several of these dragons that were coming in, and they were saying, we have been on Earth. We know what it's like to be in physical reality. We have been dinosaurs, but really we're dragons. So we are, and we have been here. There is a ton of compassion and love and understanding from this father protector energy. These words are just not enough. He is just so much more than father protector. I also thought that his colors were interesting. They made me think of sports. I don't know if the Chicago Bears have a darker blue and orange, I think, but it was just making me think of sports. Honestly, this is one of the cards that I really love, and I think there's more to it. I just hope that you get it. Last but not least, all the way at the bottom, we have the creation power. There's also almost nothing else to say because look at her. She too, very, very lizard energy or reptile energy. I don't know if dragons were reptiles, but this is positive energy to look at the functions and of all of these parts. She is, and the scales on her and everything, she is so big. So powerful. And this is creation energy. This makes me think of fire. It makes me think of the womb. It makes me think of creating and creator. It makes me think of hell. And I think that the Christian Catholic Church took the concept of hell, but hell was also a name before the Catholic Church of an incredibly strong Viking goddess. And so you just wonder what is going on with this card. It just has so much dynamism. If you needed a spark in your life, and if this card comes to you, then this is making things happen. And I gotta say, this makes shit happen. A creation power. So each of these cards is going to speak more to you. I want to hold them all up together here. They have more to say to you. A book is being made with all of them in it, and the book is going to have more messages, but for now, you have them.